Decisions, decisions, decisions. That is what faces us today on today's episode of Bedrock Survival with Fix, episode 153. I hope you enjoyed last episode, and I hope you've had a chance to check out the brand new resource pack, 1.16F, I believe. And yeah, a lot of work. I mean, there's still a lot more stuff to come into it, but it's a huge difference from the last one. So we're playing without a resource pack for a few episodes here, just because I want to mix it up, because I've been using it a lot, and I saw some texture pack things I want to verify work with or without the shaders. Did I say we're playing without a resource pack? I mean, we're playing without shaders, duh. Anyway, so today, here's the plan. I have two options, and because I want to start building some docks today. That's definitely the plan. I want to get in some docks because, you know, I want ships. I want ships galore here, and they add a lot to a kingdom, and I want to start bringing them in. I think here's where I want to put the ships. I think here's where I want. Now, here's the one thing. If I'm going to do ships here, then I'm going to want to have an outlet to the ocean. This actually is not the ocean. It kind of looks like it, but it's not. It's actually kind of a big lake, sort of. So I think what we're going to do is eventually we're going to have a big landscaping thing right over, see where that water is, and bring up the cursor. Right there, right by that little pillager outpost thing. And that's going to be the way out to sea. That actually should be okay and not too bad to do. So I'm kind of thinking what we're going to do is we're going to do, maybe that's definitely going to be an evil kingdom. I've already decided for sure. Over there, that's going to be where the baddies live for sure. So looking at it, I'm thinking that we're going to do docks right in here, kind of as a bit of a round circle, sort of half circle thing, semicircle. And then we can put ships in all along here, and that could be really cool. Then over here, that can lead to maybe some custom terrain or some things like that we want to do later on. But for right now, I just want to lay out the docks today. That's the entire plan. We'll get to all the ships and all that goodness later. So let's go down here and take a look and see where we're at as far as this area of building, because there's a lot that's going to come to it. So in addition to having the docks, there's some things that I want to point out while I'm building. You know, I want to know that there's going to be a castle up on top of here. This is going to be part of the main castle. There's a cave over there. There's an inlet over here. These are the things that I want to sort of accentuate with these docks, right? So I don't want to necessarily build over it or hide it at all. So that means I'm limited to where I can really start them to right about maybe here, right? Because if I start over here, it's going to block the cave, and I don't want it. That cave is a scary place. It's a place with a lot of poison and things that keep the kids out, because that's actually secretly where the space shuttle can fly in and dock late at night whenever it's very dark using the cloaking system. And you'll find out more about that in the Lore of Tovlin series. This guy's got to go. Okay. Anyway, so here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put these docks up about 4 or 5 blocks using probably the combination of stone and cobblestone, because I have a lot of that stuff, and I think it'll be a nice look. And then down below it, I'm going to put right around sea level, or maybe a block higher than sea level, we'll put some wooden docks. So that'll be the plan. So we're going to do, I think we're going to do we keep this river? Where's this river go? Let's take a look at this together. This little, it's not even a river. It's so little. I guess it's a river, but it's super small. Yeah, I mean, I guess we keep it. It goes out to, does it go out to sea? It does. It does go out to sea. I don't love it. But I think we'll keep it for now, because this whole area right here that I'm flying over right now is going to be city. It's going to be all city. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we start the docks right about here-ish, right in this area, sort of, and we go over to the river, bridge across it, and, or maybe, yeah, probably bridge across it and go, man, should we go the whole way around? I kind of think we should, shouldn't we? That's going to be a huge expansion, but yeah, I think we probably should. Well, time for me to get some resources. Let me go get some stuff, and I'll come back. Oh, look at that mountain. Oh, man, that's nice. Small issue with the texture pack. Granite and diorite weren't working. I believe that I fixed it before this went out to the public, though, so yours should be fine. But my granite, diorite, and andesite weren't working. It's very confusing. You know, I have taught myself sort of how to do the Java texture packs fairly well. I mean, I'm not a master actually making the textures, but I understand how texture packs work. The Bedrock thing is much more difficult. It still uses the old naming system, and there's, it's a real big headache. But there we go. I have a bunch of andesite and diorite and all that stuff. It's really funny. I went mining to get the stuff. I didn't pull this out of a chest. It came from the under the mountain mine, and they were all the stone textures. So I thought, oh, I have a lot of smooth stone. I don't. I have other stuff, but it's fine. We can keep working. So let me show you what I'm working on here with the docks. This is going to be the basic plan. We're going to go up about 3 more. So this whole thing is going to be about 6 or 7 high, I think. And then we'll have lower docks below it, like I mentioned. But then all this land over here is all going to be terraformed. So I was talking to Germ about it. I don't remember if it was on the video or after the video, but I'm kind of over just building on land, on like pre-generated land. I really want everything to be completely terraformed. So that means all this land here is going to get terraformed. So I'm not really worried about if the docks are higher than the grass level or not, because that will all be changed sort of once we get this stuff sort of all put together. The other thing that I'm doing here with this is I'm not going in straight lines. Like I did some Google images and I saw some really nice docks from Blue Nerd, who's a great builder, and some docks from, let me see, Whip has some, I think Sausage I saw has some, and they're all great. But I definitely preferred the ones maybe that weren't straight lines. I think Lord Dakar maybe springs to mind as had some really curvy, cool looking docks that just kind of went with the landscape, and that's definitely what I want to do. So I'm going to be bringing my awesome variated texture pack textures here and go. Now I did whenever I did do this, I did take out the stone variations, and I may re-add those later, but it was kind of the catching point on what was going wrong, and I couldn't really figure out how to fix it. So for right now, at least, there's no stone variations, but there still are brick variations and cobble variations, and I think they look really, really, really nice. Oh yeah, I'm starting to get a feeling. I really, really, really like it. So again, all I did here so far is just lay out the walls, but I think the shape is really, really nice, and it's going to open up some possibilities for building that I am very excited about. So let's take a look at the shape. Oh yeah. Oh man, look at that. That is nice. That's nice, and that's just following the natural landscape of the place, you know. But I'm just imagining maybe a couple ships in the shipyard there. I'm thinking maybe we're gonna take these docks the entire distance over to that pillager outpost. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, probably gonna we'll probably bring down the land and then maybe do something else there. But yeah, they can kind of serve as a little bit of a wall too, because it'd be tall enough that it'd be harder to land and attack. You know, I mean, does have to have some defenses, because there are going to be some baddies around here somewhere. Zen Castle, nice. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, this is cool. This is very cool. So I think what I'm going to do next is probably light up underneath and then come in maybe 2 or 3 blocks on the inside of this. I think I'll only do this much of the docks for now, for sort of this phase, and then decide what to do next. I know one thing that I'm definitely going to want to do is the river right there in the middle. That's got to be expanded a decent amount. It's so narrow. It's like a little stream, and I don't know. It kind of breaks the immersion a little bit. You know, like when you see a river, like a quote unquote river, but it's so tiny that it just doesn't feel like a river at all. I mean, let's just come down here and take a look at it. Here, look. I mean, it's nice. It's in a good spot and everything, and actually, the shape isn't too bad. It's just tiny. So we're just gonna have to expand this a little bit. So that's why I won't really focus too much on sort of this bridge little entryway here, because this way maybe some smaller boats could pass through, or this could be maybe where people load in. Oh yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll make this like a river district. Like people would load in stuff that is going to go out to sea here. That could be kind of a cool thing too. So what I'm going to do basically is just come in like, I don't know, like 3 blocks for right now, like kind of randomly, like whatever, and just sort of lay out where about this is going to be, just so I can start to get the feel. But before I do any of that, I'm going to have to light this up. So I did make a whole bunch of torches, so I'm all set on that front. Oh, baby, I'm getting excited about this. I'm getting really, really excited because I'm just seeing the possibilities roll out as we get these docks to the end of stage 1. Phase 1 is kind of what I'm going to call this. So let's go take a look. Are my wings off? Nope, they're just not flying. Okay, so here is the basic plan for this area, because while I've been laying down all these blocks, by the way, a lot more blocks than I thought. I've actually had to go mining like 3 times just to get enough. It's like 4 inventories worth of blocks just for these little docks here. So what I'm going to do probably in phase 2 is really dig into some of the city landscaping and planning part of this. So that's going to involve a few different things. For one thing, it's going to involve figuring out what I'm going to do with this river, if I'm going to leave it there or what. That's probably going to be the next thing, because everything else is going to be sort of based around that. My gut is I'm going to leave it, but I'm going to make it into a bit of a stone canal, probably, with hard stone walls leading up, and probably expand it to be big enough that it makes kind of sense. And that's probably going to go the whole way out to sea for that bit. Another thing that I want to do is I want to mark where the castle walls are going to be. So if you come over here and take a look at this, there's a castle wall. Oh crap, it's going to be nighttime. Let me sleep. Okay, you know, I called it the castle wall. I meant the city wall. There's going to be a city wall. It goes right there. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go take it and go over this sugarcane farm and come down and then bring it out quite a ways to right about probably like here-ish, bend it over, and then come shy of these mountains, maybe along the river, possibly, or maybe go over the river. We'll cross that bridge. Well, that's funny. We'll cross that bridge over the river when we come to it. So the other thing is I want to leave room for cropland here outside the walls and between this road, because I think that would be a really nice look as well. So we have a lot of stuff that we want to do here, and then later on, after we do that, then we'll probably end up terraforming all this grass and laying out the roads from the sugarcane farm over to the river, and then we start plugging in houses here in this phase 2 of the city. So we're going to call this over here is Old Town. We're going to call this New Town to be, maybe we'll have a better name. I don't know. If you can think of a better name, let me know. But, and then eventually what we're going to do is we'll get to some wooden docks and some ships and all that kind of stuff right here in the port. But having these laid out to know the approximate size of the docks is really, really huge, and going to be very, very, very helpful for just basic planning and knowing the the general size and shape of how this is going to be. Because I think it's going to be a really, really cool look. It's a great new project. I'll see you all next time. Bedrock Survival with Fix. Thanks so much for watching. And by the way, off camera, I'm plugging away at the Guardian farm, and we're getting there. I have like 3 swaths through it that are all cleared out. So, well, we'll go out and take a look maybe next time. Okay, bye.